Hello, everyone. This is Steve Afasi from Elite Business Insurance. I'm here to talk to you about restaurant insurance and how Elite Business Insurance can handle all of your restaurant insurance needs. We are an independent, full service insurance agency. We shop your information around. We have access to all the AM Best A-rated insurance carriers throughout the nation, where we take your information, your business information, and we pump it out through all of our markets in attempts to find you the absolute best coverage for the absolute best price. At Elite Business Insurance, we specialize in business insurance. So regarding the restaurant industry, we can cover you for the liability exposure. The main liability exposure of a restaurant is if you're producing food, if you're making food for customers, and beverages, if they're going to be eating and drinking in your restaurant, if they get sick on the food, if they choke, if they get drunk and try to drive home and get into an accident. That's all the liability exposure regarding food and beverage that you're going to be looking for. It's going to be general liability and liquor liability insurance. Now, in a general liability insurance policy, there's many different coverages that are packaged together. So if somebody's in your restaurant, if they slip and fall, if they get injured, if they're walking down the stairs and they get injured, if for some reason something happens to them where they get injured in some way being in your restaurant and it somehow comes back on your business and they try to sue you and you're deemed negligent for the act, then the general liability insurance is going to protect you in the case of a lawsuit, in the case that you get sued, or somebody tries suing you for false advertisement and says that you stole their menu ideas, or they try saying that you slandered their business name. That's what general liability insurance would cover you for. If you're performing work in a premise and say you're cooking and the premise lights on fire, there's an option of damage to premises rented to you that is combined on the general liability insurance policy. And then liquor liability in the case that somebody gets into a fight because they're drunk and somebody gets hurt, or if somebody drives and they get injured, or if somebody just gets too drunk and has to be hospitalized for drinking too much, and it falls back on your restaurant because one of your waitresses or waiters decided to serve too much alcohol. That could fall back on you, and you need to be protected the right way. So you have general liability insurance, covers you for bodily injury or property damage that happens due to your business operation negligence. Liquor liability, which covers you for somebody getting drunk and somehow getting injured or causing property damage due to being drunk from getting drunk in your restaurant, and it comes back to you. You also have commercial property, which would protect the building if you own a building, contents if you own contents, inventory, machinery, food if you have food in the kitchen and the power goes out and all your food goes bad, it spoils. They have a power outage coverage that you could attach onto the commercial property. They have food spoilage coverage. They have business income if something happens to your building so you can no longer work. There's an additional coverage on the property that you could add where you actually get compensated for the income that you were intending to get if the business was still open. And then there's also workers' comp. If you have chefs in the kitchen, you have people washing dishes, somebody gets burned, somebody cuts their finger, an employee slips in your restaurant. If they get injured, they're going to sue you for getting injured while performing work. So workers' comp insurance is mandatory when you have a restaurant as well. In the state of Florida, where this agency is based, if you have 4 or more employees, you are required by law to carry workers' comp insurance. So we could protect you for the liability, we could protect you for the liquor liability, we could protect you for the commercial property, the workers' comp. If you're doing deliveries, we have options to cover your delivery drivers. If you have commercial auto where you're using your vehicles for business to run errands or to deliver supplies, or if you're doing catering, we have options to cover you for all the right angles, and we do our due diligence as best as we can to find you the best price out there. We offer you the best coverage for the best price through only AM Best A-rated insurance carriers. We explain it as thoroughly as possible. We make sure you have a full understanding of what you're buying, and we work as hard as we can to make sure you're taken care of in all the right ways. We offer 24/7 customer service, and we also shop you around every year upon renewal. So after we get your insurance, after we find you the great price, every 12 months, we shop you around again. We ask you what your sales are, if you've moved location, if anything has changed. And we make sure to shop you around to make sure we're always putting you with the best company out there. So if you are in the market for restaurant insurance, if you need a specialist to handle your needs, let Elite Business Insurance help you out. Let us do the shopping around for you. Let us find you the best coverage for the absolute best price. Elite Business Insurance, give us a call, 1-800-850-8819. Elite Business Insurance, we are elite.